Guess what? I still got crust in my mouth and I haven't disinfected my teeth, so it's all like crusty yellow and white and dark yellow. But my spy call for Friday hit the mark and went beyond a dollar above 48, 548. We just seen a couple minutes ago 549. So if today's range 48, it ought to open, hit my stop loss as a well above, like all the way out there. Trade, and if it doesn't, I wake up and manually close it myself after 9:30. Don't play with SPY. That's a it's a pattern that over weeks, years you develop that everyone thinks SPY is gonna start shorting. Nah. SPY is like 90% up, 1% down. I mean, yeah, 90% up, 10% down. And to come back to where it was again, it takes 3 days. Meaning the 10%, the shorters actually were in power for a little bit. It takes 3 days to go back to normal levels again, to just stay in a range. Instead of going up, like it is 90% of the time, if the bears do sink it, people take it from where the bear sunk it, put it right back at the range where it was. Instead of being like this, it's like this, almost to the top once again in 3 days. That's why it has a really strong deviation to the uptrend. That's why my trade is right. I'm like, yeah, I'm trading in the, like yesterday I said it. I'm like, I'm trading in the middle. I see no support. This is not a good reason to close in and trade today, but let's fucking go. Hit the fucking mic in the head, let's fucking go. Motherfucking make Leonardo DiCaprio faces. Motherfucker, let's fucking go with shit. Cause it hit. It hit beyond the mark. It went 548 and then right above it. So hopefully the bottom range is 548 today. So when I opens the market, everything's peachy clean. And then no trades on Monday, or maybe set trades from here to Monday. I gotta evaluate what the market's gonna do. Gotta go back, look in time. And it's probably going to be a short, but it's not gonna be a long short. So my trade on Monday will be 50% expansion, or I mean 50% negative expansion below the day's range. That's where I'm gonna set my Tuesday close from today on. Hopefully it's a better price too, because I know that days and time 1 2 DTE gets expensive, but once you're playing with 10 DTE and above, prices go it's like $100. Meaning today you buy a 0 DTE with 90 delta, it's $600. Tomorrow $700. The weekly is like $1,000, and so on and so forth. But that's the plan. Open it on Monday. How do you call it? Do that, and hopefully it doesn't break PDT rules. Like leave it there, but don't execute the trade. It's really not an execution because nothing is going to go. It's just going to be the balance is going to go down. And for next week, I'm going to be really strict with it. I got to have a clean eye, clean mind. How many days to expiration is this one? Done. Did I stop out? Good. Tomorrow we set the trade. On Wednesday we set the trade. If I get stopped out on any of these possible good calls, I cannot make the trade the next day. I have to wait till Wednesday, do it again, and do it again, and do it again. It's going to be hard. Being stopped out and pressing the start again game button is going to be difficult for me because I like to trade a lot. during the day, but we don't have that account balance. But we're getting closer to doing it the real thing and knowing how much I need. The next step after following this strategy will be the account balance. I got to decrease the account balance to something that's similar to mine, because currently I'm paper trading. Everyone knows I'm paper trading. But you could see how it could be done with just 500. You know, you can make $240. You can make too easy money buying just one contract with high delta than getting impossible control over your trade with a lot of contracts. I mean, it could be possible if you set a stop loss, but it moves so much. It's just too nasty and volatile for most people. It's too pucker. The pucker factor on getting more than 5 contracts is beyond me. One contract feels like if you bought 100 shares, probably like 50 on SPY. That if it gains $1 on 50, you make $50. If it gains $2, you make $100. So that's exactly how one contract with high delta feels. Basically, the closer you get one contract on 100 delta, it feels like if you have the 100 shares for about a quarter to 10% of the price. You understand? Because SPY is 500 and something odd dollars. If you multiply SPY times 540, 100 times 540 is a lot of money to have 100 shares. So basically, when you buy an options contract, just one with near one delta, it sort of feels like it's 100 for the 600, depending on the days to expiration, for the $600 price tag. So you're paying for like you're paying for like one share to get the positive, for your profit or loss to look like 100. So yeah, that's it. That's the trade for today. Today's definitely positive. I hope I make money, because I definitely lost one of the contracts during the week, and I also broke PDT rules. But if we break even and go above at least $47 or more, because I'm pretty sure we're way beyond 47 at this point, or 87. It's like 200. I'm at my call. I haven't seen the profit because it doesn't show yet. I gotta be logged in to look at the actual option chart, but it's at least at like the 200 mark today. So I make $100. I made $100 profit, and the goal is to make $300 profit a week with the 3 rules a week, and assume that at least 2 of your contract trades are gonna go bust on SPY. Only on SPY, because SPY is SPY has the most pussiest range and ATR of all time. It does it. Like if you look for ATR weeks out, the shit's gonna be 3, 4. 14 days out, ATR of 3.4, $3.40. That's the range. That's what this shit is moving on. If you get it at if you get a call a strong retracement on SPY, you're going to make money. That's why everyone loves SPY. I don't know why Wall Street Bet is not looking at Terra right now. It's not like congratulating me on chat. Like, I was about to open the chat, right? About to open it, thought for a moment, nah, these guys ain't gonna be paying attention at my 548. I'm just gonna continue sleeping. I'm just gonna continue sleeping. And sleeping I did. But I saw it at like midnight yesterday. On my eyes, open my phone, check that. Ah, shit, 548, that's right. And that's a trade that I made in the middle. Almost to the above range. Like I think it was within range, but it was almost positive expansion. So that's the idea. Knowing these variables, you're absolutely guaranteed to make money on negative 50% expansion. If it's on an uptrend, guaranteed. On my strategy, get a single call, negative expansion. If it's going up, it's gonna fucking go up. You gotta cut. You gotta set the. Obviously, you can't lose money, so you gotta set the stop loss and the motherfucking take profit or whatever, and that's it. That is it. Done. Period. 3 times a week for infinity. Now, the idea is setting the port. For Monday, I should be forgetting about the profits that I made on paper. Definitely made a lot. I definitely made a lot. I went from like 200,000 to 250,000, like quick. like a little bit too quick for most people. And bang, it's like 200,000, like that. All right, 200, to 250. So, and that was buying contracts like a motherfucker. So yeah. And even if I don't know how it works, but sometimes I take losses and I check account balance and account balance grew. I don't know why, but that happens too. Or when Toss is having errors, and when like I don't know, nothing is showing on open because it's one DTE and today's the next day, and open is still at 0. I don't know, the $100 increase was still there, and you couldn't see anything on the monitor, so you still made that money, period. All right, so I'm gonna shut this down, have this coffee. It's like 9:40, 9:50 now. Library opens at 10. Hopefully by 10 I should have enough time to do that. Although I should be going deep in the food court and fucking plugging up and waiting for the market to open at 9:30. That's what I should be doing, but I'm not gonna do it. Why? Cause I don't have the luxury to be in a plug and be sitting in the computer every day at 9:30. The strategy has to be realistic, and you should be able to walk away for 24 hours before closing, before stop lossing or open or closing any trades. Hope you guys have a good trading day.